gentlemen, thank you for standing by, and welcome to the Republican Convention Update Conference. At this time, all participants are in a listen-only mode. Later, we will conduct a question-and-answer session, and instructions will be given at that time. Should you require assistance during this call, please press star, then 0. I would now like to turn the conference over to our Press Secretary, Kyle Downey. Please go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. As promised, we wanted to give everyone an update on the realigned schedule. We've got Russ Schreifer on the line who will give that update. Russ?
Great. Thanks, Kyle. Thank you, everyone, for being patient and certainly for getting on the phone and listening into this. By now, you should have received in your mailboxes a updated schedule for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of this week. What we have done is take most of the Monday speakers and we were able to put them into a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday schedule. I'm not going to go through them line by line because you can all see where people wound up by themselves, but I'll kind of bring up 2 points. One is that we did not change the 10 to 11 o'clock hour on any night. So the 10 to 11 o'clock hour remains the same with Mrs. Romney on Tuesday, with Governor Christie. Wednesday would be Secretary Rice, followed by Governor Martinez and Congressman Paul Ryan. And then on Thursday night, Senator Marco Rubio and Governor Mitt Romney. So the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday prime time, 10 to 11, doesn't change. The day session that we had planned for Monday has been pretty much all moved to Tuesday. There is one piece of official business that will occur tomorrow at 2, which is the call of the chair, which is what Chairman Priebus will do at 2 p.m. This will be a very, very brief session. It will last if probably no more than 5 minutes. The convention will be gavelled in, and he will then declare the convention in recess. We were able to change the schedule by doing 2 things. One, by eliminating some things that may have been that were sort of not, I want to say easy to eliminate, but eliminate some parts of the program that weren't essential, and in order to retain our headliners. We were able, by increasing the amount of time so that we'll be starting at 7 p.m., and so it's a little bit longer, and maybe making a few of the speeches shorter, and we're in the process of that right now. So by doing that, we were able to maintain all our headliners, put them in on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and be able to continue our program. The other question I keep getting is about messaging and whether or not our message is going to change because of this. I believe, and I think that we all believe here, that our Monday message of "we can do better" can easily be put into the entire program on each day. So "we can do better" will be weaved into the Tuesday "we built it" program, the Wednesday "we can change it" program, and the Thursday "we believe in America" program. So I think that all becomes part of our overall theme, and we'll be able to weave that theme in, I think, pretty easy and seamlessly. Bottom line is that we believe that the Monday theme of President Obama, failed leadership, not serving the American people, is something that we can talk about in each one of these areas, and we will continue to do that and drive that message. The only other little note that I would say is on Monday, Chairman Priebus will also preview a second debt clock that we have in the building. That debt clock will begin when the chairman gavels down the beginning of the convention. It will be set at 0, and at the end of the convention on Thursday evening, it will be gavelled down, and to see what was the amount of debt that we rang up over the 4 days of the convention. So with that said, I'm sure you have a few questions, and I'd be happy to answer them.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. If you wish to ask a question, please press star, then 1. You will hear a tone indicating that you have been placed in queue. To remove yourself from queue at any time, please press the pound key. And we ask to allow others the opportunity to ask a question. Please limit yourself to one question. If you do have a follow-up question, please press star, then one. And once again, if you have a question, please press star, then one at this time. And our first question comes from Michael Shear, the New York Times. Please go ahead.
Hey, guys. Thanks for doing the call. I guess I wanted to ask Russ if you could talk a little bit about the optics issue, and it looks like there's what may be a Category 2 hurricane, if not stronger, hitting, the Gulf Coast, maybe close to New Orleans, right as the height of this thing is underway. How do you guys deal with the message? Does the message change at all, or is it just full steam ahead with the party, even as you might have these split-screen images of devastation somewhere else?
Thanks, Mike. Look, there's a weather event. We all know that the weather event is there. We are continuing to plan with Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But at the same time, we're obviously monitoring what is going on with the weather. Our concern has to be with the people and who are in the path of the storm. All of this is taken into consideration. And as soon as we have any more information that may affect what we do in terms of the program or any kind of schedule, we'll let you know as soon as we do. But until we know that and we can predict the weather, we're going to continue with our Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday schedule.
Thank you. Our next question comes from Donna Casada, Associated Press. Please go ahead.
Yes, hi. Thank you. My question is about the Monday schedule and whether you expect to have any delegates in the hall as the chairman gavels the session open, or whether this will be just a very quick event.
Well, it will be a very quick event. Whether or not delegates come, I think, will depend upon how easily they can get there and how much they would want to be there. It is as I said, if the session lasts more than 5 minutes, I would be surprised. So I don't anticipate a lot of delegates to come and be on the floor, but several may show up and they'll get into the forum.
Thank you. And our next question comes from Elizabeth Guyton. Jackie Wolarski, please go ahead.
Hi, just a quick question. Are any of the speakers for tomorrow's session going to necessarily be scratched, or are they all going to be rescheduled?
All of the headliner speakers have been I've been able to find a place for in the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday schedule. So there have been a few speakers who weren't headliners that we had to let go.
Thank you. And our next question comes from Peter Kane, CBS News. Please go ahead.
Great, thanks very much. And I'm wondering, I've never been able to get an answer to this, and hopefully you can give me one. Is there any provision in RNC rules for electronic voting for a roll call if somehow the weather prevents delegates from getting here?
Hey, Peter, I'm somewhat familiar with this, but not familiar enough to really answer your question accurately, and I don't want to get it wrong. So I really would refer you to the RNC, particularly the legal staff. I mean, I think that's their, but, we feel good that, we're going to go ahead and do the roll call on Tuesday, and we'll be in good shape.
Thank you. And our next question comes from Alex Leary, Tampa Bay Times. Please go ahead.
Hey, Russ, can you get more into the contingencies? I mean, there was talk about a Friday session. Is that definitely off the table?
I would just say that, we're planning on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We have a weather event off the coast. There's certainly, if the weather changes in a way that we have to make some changes, it's a hypothetical question, and I really don't want to, kind of answer it in that way. We plan on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Thank you. And our next question comes from Denise Clay, Philadelphia Public. Please go ahead.
Hi. You mentioned that all of the headliners from Monday have been rescheduled and worked in. Was Arthur Davis among those that made the cut?
Yes, he was.
Okay. Do you have a time for him?
I have, you should have the schedule in front of you. If not, we can get it to you, and we have rough times for each of them.
Thank you. And our next question comes from Ron Campias, Jewish Telegraphic. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I haven't seen the schedule, the new schedule yet. So if you could send it out as soon as you can. I'm just wondering if Rand Paul made the cut. Is he still going to be speaking?
Yes, he did.
Okay. When's he going to be speaking?
All the headliners are still on the program. I believe that Rand is now, Senator Paul is now scheduled for Wednesday.
Thank you. And our next question comes from Robert Nowowski, Capitol Report, New Mexico. Please go ahead.
Hi, similar question. I haven't received the new schedule for Wednesday, prime time. Condoleezza Rice, Susanna Martinez, Paul Ryan. What are the times for those three?
It's between 10 and 11.
We sent the schedule out right before we started the call, so it's probably still out there in cyberspace. We'll take one more question.
Thank you. And our next question comes from Tim Farley, Sirius XM Satellite. Please go ahead.
That's all right. Both my questions were asked and answered. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.
And ladies and gentlemen, that does complete our conference for today. Thank you for your participation and for using AT&T Executive Teleconference. You may now